Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Bashem Rakak Wadash. My name is Yakalba from Plaintables Camp in Philly. It says NATO considering permanent presence in the East, Telegraph says. Alliance Summit in June is expected to make decisions. So April 9th, 2022. Says NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said military commanders are working on plans for a permanent troop presence on the alliance's eastern border in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the Telegraph reported, citing it in an interview. All right. We have the time now until the summit to make more long-term decisions. Stoltenberg was quoted as saying, "This is part of the reset which we have to make," which is, so he always hearing about this reset thing. They're turning up, their resources, which, because they had the capability, they just haven't been using some of it. Which we have to make, which is to move from tripwire deterrence, which is the current concept. So I guess they're bolstering a little bit there. So I think what they're saying is, if you cross a certain line, they didn't respond. But if they turn it up, you don't have to trip the wire. I guess that's what they're saying, which is the current concept. So something that is more about deterrence by denial or defense. All right, so that's all we're getting out of this article. All right, they're considering permanent presence in the East. All right, and this is all Bible prophecy. I have two scriptures. First, I have Ezekiel 33, because we've been saying that the wars and rumors of wars were going to ramp up. All right, and this is a serious thing, and to understand that we're not always going to be in a calm, safe environment, as Americans are kind of lazy and think that war will never come to the homeland. All right, it's just Ezekiel 33 and 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. So knowing that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has been saying for Israel to get right, to not worship the gods of the other nations, keep the commandments, keep the laws, or I will send the nations against us to punish us. I will send the nations, the heathen nations against Israel, our ancestors, which are us, to punish us. And that's exactly what happened. Israel went into slavery in Babylon. All right. Now, although Russia is against, which is Gog and Magog, is against the U.S. or NATO, right? Which that's the beast. It's the NATO, the European Union countries, in America, in Canada, which makes up NATO. That makes up the beast in the Book of Revelation. All right. So the EU supplied S-300 launchers, obliterated. All right. EU supplied S-300 launchers, so it's kind of written kind of odd. Russia forces have destroyed foreign supplied S-300 anti-aircraft launchers. All right, so EU supplied S-300 launchers, obliterated. Okay. So those S-300 launchers got destroyed by Russia. All right, so they're at odds right now. All right. But one thing they do agree on, all right, they do agree on the institution of the electronic tag Revelation 13:15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, which is the system. All right, and included within the system, which is the law, the rules, regulations. You have to do a certain thing at a certain time under the bondage of the instruction of the beast, the image of the beast. All right, and what's included in that instruction is taking that implant. That's one of the things. All right, remember Esau wants to control your money at all. He wants to be able to see all the money going in and out of your account. He wants to have the ability to legally put you in slave camps, to inject you with drugs. All right, you worship in that image. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and that mark is, this is what they agree on. All right, they disagree other places, but they agree. They're going to agree here to have this electronic tag. Charagma of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. All right, which anybody that's against the Holy Bible, against law and order, the faith of Yahweh is an Antichrist. All right, so they agree on this point, but when it comes to places like Ukraine, foreign policy, they disagree. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Ezekiel 38:4. This is the prophecy against the Russians. And what it's describing is the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, controlling the Russians and making them go to war with NATO and EU, which make up the beast. NATO, EU countries make up the beast. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaw and bring thee forth. All right, so the hook is positioning the Russians, Gog and Magog, to fight NATO and EU. And all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. And these are the nations that are going to be allied with Gog and Magog: Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them shield and helmet. All right, now there's going to be more, but these are the ones that are mentioned. All right. Because this is going to be a world's war. All right, so these are a few nations that are mentioned. All right. Now, I think that was everything I had. I think I proved my point. That's what I wanted to prove, that NATO is positioning themselves against Russia. And this is the prophecy that was spoken about in Ezekiel 38th chapter. And although that they're at odds, with their foreign policy when it comes to the new banking system, how did they word it? It said reset. You're going to see this word coming up a lot. So they're trying to reset their stance in Europe. NATO, which is the military force that's against Russia, and they're going to reset the currency, which is going to be an electronic currency based upon an implant. All right, so that will end the lesson. Hope you were edified. Shalom to the next lesson.